And when Solomon finished praying, and the fire descended from heaven, and consumed the burnt offerings and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the house. And the priest could not enter the house of the Lord, because the glory of the Lord filled the house of the Lord. And all the children of Israel saw the descent of the fire and the glory of the Lord on the house, and they kneeled on their faces to the ground on the floor. They prostrated themselves and said, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his loving kindness is eternal." And the king and all the people were slaughtering sacrifices before the Lord. King Solomon slaughtered the sacrifices of cattle 22,000 and sheep 120,000. And they dedicated the house of God, the king, and all the people. And the priests were standing on their watches. And the Levites with the instruments of the song of the Lord, which King David had made to give thanks to the Lord, for his loving kindness is eternal, with David's praise in their hand. And the priests were sounding the trumpets. Opposite them, and all Israel were standing. Solomon consecrated the interior of the court that was before the house of the Lord, for there he offered up the burnt offerings and the fats of the peace offerings, for the copper altar that Solomon had made could not contain the burnt offerings, the meal offerings, and the fats. Now Solomon observed the feast at that time 7 days, and all Israel with him, a very great assemblage, from the entrance of Hamath to the brook of Egypt. And they made on the 8th day a solemn gathering for the inauguration of the altar. They made 7 days, and the feast 7 days. And on the 23rd day of the 7th month, he dismissed the people to their homes, rejoicing and delighted of heart for all the goodness that the Lord had wrought for David, for Solomon, and for Israel his people. And Solomon completed the house of the Lord and the king's palace, and whatever entered Solomon's mind to make in the house of the Lord and in the palace, he succeeded. And the Lord appeared to Solomon at night, and he said to him, "I have heard your prayer, and I have chosen this place for myself, for a house of sacrifice. If I shut up the heaven and there be no rain, and if I command locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence upon my people, and my people, upon whom my name is called, humble themselves and pray and seek my presence and repent of their evil ways, I shall hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to the prayer of this place. And now I have chosen and consecrated this house, that my name be there forever, and my eyes and heart will be there at all times. As for you, if you walk before me as your father David walked, and do according to all that I commanded you, and you keep my statutes and my ordinances, I shall set up the throne of your kingdom as I decreed to your father David, saying, you shall never lack a man ruling in Israel. But if you revert and forsake my statutes and my commandments, which I place before you, and you go and worship strange gods and prostrate yourselves to them, I shall uproot them from upon my land, which I gave them, in this house which I have consecrated for my name. I shall cast them before me, and I shall make it a proverb and a byword among all people. This house which was exalted, every passerby will be astounded, and they will say, why has the Lord done this to this country and to this temple? And they will be told, because they forsook the Lord, the God of their forefathers, who took them out of the land of Egypt, and they adopted strange gods and prostrated themselves to them and worshipped them. Therefore he brought upon them all this evil.